Hey guys, SmashCast here, I'm HE and
PJ.
And today we're doing a poll on do you live in Derptown? No guys, what we're actually doing is that Sakurai calls you a whiny kid. Not quotations directly. So pretty much what happens here is that Sakurai's talking about how people are hating on clones, and he's saying that mostly they are children that cannot be helped.
Well, I guess it can't be helped.
So PJ's gonna start it off here.
So basically, Sakurai had an interview again with out on his weekly column in Famitsu, and explained his clone characters in the 3DS version, which I personally have been waiting for an explanation why Mewtwo wasn't in. I'm kidding.
Hashtag so true.
But yeah, so basically, we're gonna read it out. So here's the first paragraph. There are 3 fighters, Lucina, Dark Pit, and Dr. Mario, that are alternate models, clones in the game. Each was originally a color variation, but during development they were given balanced characteristics. Since their functionality had differences, forms were separated from each other. However, it was vital that this didn't increase the required man-hours. Some relative tuning was sufficient, as it wasn't necessary to create balancing from scratch.
This is like a free dessert after a luxurious meal that was prepared free of charge. In a restaurant with this type of service, I don't think there's anyone who would say, change this to a meat dish. Meat boy. Confirmed.
Yet I'm told about Smash Bros, but I guess since a lot of them are children, it cannot be helped.
I just have to laugh at that. This is like ridiculous. Like Sakurai, I know you're mad at stuff. I can totally agree with this, but you just called your entire fan base. Let me generalize this. You just built on the stereotype that all of Nintendo's fan base is kids. Honestly, Sakurai, you of all people have the most mature audience.
We'll talk about that after.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay. So then he goes on to say, "Could you please leave it to me?" Yeah, me. Okay, not Sakurai, me. To select characters with man hours and costs in mind. However you look at it, and the game is great bargain buy as a result.
Now, to start this off here, of course everyone's gonna buy Smash Bros. I swear to God, if Slippy Toad was in the game, everyone would buy it. I mean,
yes.
if Toadette, and a bunch of unnecessary characters like that were in my opinion, it would still sell. For me, I don't think it's really about the roster. I mean, there's always those good characters, but I can semi-agree with Sakurai here on how, it's kind of annoying. I think the Ridley and Mewtwo fanboys have just caught up with him. And, this is kind of saying, guys, they're not in, deal with it. I mean, this could just be another, troll saying that DLC is confirmed. But, I don't know. What do you think?
So, yeah, of course, like, clones is probably like one of the #1 like talk things in Smash Bros. Mm-hmm. Like when comparing things to Melee, because Melee's roster was really nothing but clones, mainly due to the fact that they had characters, but they couldn't think of any more characters, so like they have to fill up the roster. So just throw clones in, because like really, then it's better to have clones in there rather than just leaving an empty roster that would just equal to be the same amount as the N64 characters.
Yeah, and like, I mean, there's only a few unique characters, and I'm sure that they're like, they have a number of mine, and then they kind of get to that point where they're like, they're kind of stuck in a pickle, if you say. But like, to be honest, like, I was a hater of clones. I'm gonna straight up admit that right now. And I mean, I tried them out. Dr. Mario's pretty good. Lucina, in my opinion, kind of hard to get used to. And Dark Pit is like bae, so I made him. So overall, I think it was for the better. And they probably are gonna end up getting cut again. And this time, Dr. Mario's not gonna be returning. And Dark Pit is in forever because, bias with Sakurai, and you can hate on me all you want for that. But, there could have been, other characters cut, but, nothing happened.
Favoritism. Yeah.
Yeah, so, Lucina, I mean, she's probably going to get cut because, the clone and, Robin is probably going to take over. and in the future probably whatever main Fire Emblem character is just gonna move on and take a place, and it's just the circle of Smash Bros.
The circle of life.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you gotta create a circle with your hands. Okay, so like for me about this part is like, of course, like I talk about this a lot on streams about clones because like people always ask us about clones like a lot.
Yeah, they're always like, what do you think of the clones? Do you hate them or not? Like,
yeah, I'm not like directly. I never really had a problem with the clones. I just had a problem with Twitch giving me notifications. Oh wait, speaking of which, yo, did you realize what time it is?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. We'll delay the stream for like a few more minutes. But so anyways, kind of, I'm okay with the clones. Like some of the clones do like make no sense to be in. Like I'll be honest, like Toon Link would be one of those people who isn't like a direct clone. We could say is more of like an indirect one, because they kind of do have kind of like separate like taunts and like different character models and were developed differently because their movesets are different. But like someone like him could really just be added together, where other characters I can see why they would separate them. Like let's see, Lucina maybe not like so much, they could have like put her in with another character, but like Dark Pit was really just added in of Smash Bros, mainly just because Sakurai needs a second character from his own series, because you gotta over-represent yourself, which everyone's learning by now. But like Dark Pit is like it's really just for two different sides of the map here, which is why I love clones so much here. Is that maybe like one character like Pit or something, I think it's like kind of, let's say, more defensive. While Dark Pit, I would say maybe like a tiny bit. Yeah, he would be more powerful, but I'm not sure a lot more speed. Like the speed would kind of vary, so it's kind of like gonna differentiate between which kind of playstyle you like, because Brawl was kind of like that one game where it was in between. And this is like Melee, and then this is like all the newcomers. Everyone jumped onto Smash Bros. As soon as Brawl came out. Brawl was the mainstream one. It's what got people into Smash Bros. And newcomers. Then Melee was for the people who take like SSB4 very seriously and want that competitive edge, or just cannot deal with the fact that wave dashing is not in, and they just want to use glitches all the time. But anyways, so for that reason, that way they're combining the two kind of like fan bases together, because they're like so separated, like yelling at each other all the time. Because then you got the speedy ones, and then you got the defense ones, kind of like bringing in Brawl and Melee together without completely destroying the game.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Agreed.
Like, what do you think about like this though? Like, if you could remove one clone, which clone would you remove, PJ?
Honestly, I'm gonna have to go with like I'm on the fence between Lucina and Dr. Mario, to be honest. I mean, Dr. Mario he's pretty good, but I feel that he has more potential as a alternate costume. But same with Lucina, and Dark Pit actually has a few differences. And okay, I'm being kind of biased. I mean, all the clones, they're kind of the same as their original counterparts. But it is what it is. For me, I would probably remove Lucina. You?
Yeah. For me, I'm on the fence the same with Dr. Mario and Lucina, mainly because Dr. Mario is like would work perfectly for a costume. Like we honestly don't need an American suit like for Mario, which I'm saying that because the game is developed in Japan. Why would they add like an American patriotic suit? Like honestly, they should have just added Dr. Mario as a costume for that. Yeah. And like I feel like he is more that kind of thing that could have been like Alf and Pikmin, kind of like there. It could have just been Dr. Mario, because out of all the characters, I do like Dr. Mario, but in terms of moveset wise, Dr. Mario has the least changes, only being that his fireball is the pill and that his final smash is the pill. So yeah, that's kind of why. But Dr. Mario just looks amazing, so I would always play with that alt costume.
Yep. So, yeah.
Do you breathe? That's the real question.
That's true.
I
You
know.
come up low.
So anyways, guys, what do you guys think about clones? Are you a clone hater? Are you a children that cannot... Yeah, are you a children? Are you a child that cannot be helped? And do you even English, brah? That is the real question of the day. So tell us all your answers to these questions in the comment section down below. We'd love to hear it. And that's some Smash for thought. Hashtag that was the worst saying ever. What? Anyways, guys, SmashCast signing out. Peace.
Peace.